Hi, this is Lindsay and welcome back. So I am going to be sharing with you the kit that we're going to be working with for the month of December, the junk journal project with me. The one for this month, that will be the next video uploaded just a little bit later today, and that is the Christmas card junk journal. And that'll be the video after this. So this is the kit, the link is below. We are doing kind of a vintage writing New Year's journal, and the theme is very loosely kind of vintage vintage colors, a lot of like writing type themed, no bulk at all. This is meant for writing, or you can embellish it if you prefer that way. So any embellishing that we have is flat to the page, so that's going to be really unique. Let's get into showing you everything that comes in this amazing kit. All right, so I'm wanting to start with the cover, which is buried. So let's just start on top and I'll explain. So when we're embellishing this journal, I really can't explain unless I show you this cover. Okay, guys, sorry. Yikes, here it is. So it will be a neutral themed. It is 4 by 6.5 inches. And it will be a flexible hardcover with an actual spine, a 1-inch spine, and it will be reinforced with wallpaper. So there will be slight differences from kit to kit. They will all look pretty much the same, but there are slight differences. Like you will get kind of a neutral wallpaper, but it might not be this, it won't be this exact sheet. This is the one I'm using, but it'll be neutral colors like this. So that will be the cover. And then to reinforce it, we'll have some kind of a cardboard. There is one more piece. I just don't have it here with me. There'll be 2 of these for the front and back cover. And then there'll be a spine. Obviously, there'll be one more of that. And then this will be you'll have the 2 more pieces of wallpaper for the inside pages, or not pages, but the inside of the cover. A piece of fabric to reinforce the spine. We're also going to be doing a hidden binding, so the outside of the cover does not have any stitching showing, so we're going to need the fabric as well to sew in the 2 signatures. And then the cover is this vintage book print, The Days of Auld Syne. And I thought that was really great because we're coming into a new year, but you could use it at any time. I just love how neutral it is and vintage it is, and so this is going to be the cover of our journal. No bulk added to it. We'll probably distress it, but that'll be about it. So it'll be a 4 by 6.5 journal, 2 signatures. That'll be a total of 80 pages. So what you're going to be getting as far as the pages go are some pages that I designed, and they're printed double-sided. And I want to thank Avalon Rose and Digital Curio and Pixel Scrapper for the different pieces that I used to design this. So this gold, I loved it. This gold writing, this is from Digital Curio. I backed it on some vintage paper. You can see all of the little folds and everything like that from Avalon Rose on this side. And it might be different which one's on which side, but on this one we have some Digital Curio floral and some Avalon Rose script in the back. We have Pixel Scrapper, grid paper, as well as a vintage paper background. Here we have, just like we started writing, more gold. So there's this one, and then, yeah, so those are the 4, right? And then, yeah, so there's that one, that one, that one, and that one. And then they're printed again on the other side. So they're double-sided like that. So we have those for pages, as well as some coffee-dyed paper. We'll have 5 sheets of, this is my own coffee-dyed paper that we will cut down to make pages. And then the rest of the pages will just be assorted vintage-looking pages. Let's see, make sure I grab just the right ones. And they're going to be a little different depending upon journal to journal, but they'll all be the same type and color scheme. So they'll be like lined paper, or, you know, scrapbook papers that look vintage. There might be music paper. These are the ones I'm using. really, you know, I'm adding just a little pop of color, but I love the handwriting. In this one, there's might be vintage dictionary paper, handwriting paper, more lined paper. I have a doily. This is like a scrapbook paper, and that has a little bit of a resist thing to it, so I can spray that. Office type papers. So you'll get a collection of very, very similar papers. And the reason why I'm not saying they're all going to exactly be the same is because I only have a limited, you know, on some of them, but you'll get a doily and you'll get pretty much the same things. And then to decorate it, we are only using flat items. So you'll get a vintage playing card or vintage flash card, they might vary, with 4 different neutral-ish vintage washi tapes. I have some maps. This one says Hello Beautiful. I have calendars and some yellow stripes for me. Yours will be very, very similar. That will use some washi, and you'll have thread to sew in the signatures. Then you will have 3 different sized labels that we can use. And then also the negative punch out, because we're going to use the negative to trace labels and things as well. You will have some kind of a little vintage paper or vintage type card that we'll use on the inside cover. You will have a sticker sheet. Now this will all vary widely because I don't have any 2 of the same, but I have a whole bunch of stickers that I'm wanting to use up, and so these are the ones I'm using, but you'll get something that goes along with your journal, the theme that you will use. You will get a page from a 1929, like these are physics. Someone actually did this, 1929. He got a C. This is my page, but the beautiful vintage paper. There's handwriting. So we're going to use pieces of this to decorate. You will get 3 vintage 1950s encyclopedia pages that we're going to cut out entries and different things and do some collaging. There's a lot of neutral and black and white. And then you will get 2 collage sheets. And this sheet I put together from the Old Design Shop, from her blog. You definitely want to visit her blog. Incredible. She also has some wonderful Etsy shop. But look at these, how beautifully she cleaned them up from vintage images. We have some flowers and birds. There's a clock, camera. This says New Year's calls, a little stamp set. We're going to be cutting this out. I'm going to be sharing my tips on fussy cutting without, you know, too much fuss. So we're going to be talking about fussy cutting and easy collaging and things like that. And then this is from Pixel Scrapper from the designer Marissa Loren, and these are vintage ad stamps, and we're going to be cutting these out and collaging as well. Whew, so that's what we're going to be working on. I am really excited. It's different than anything we've done together, but I think that we're really going to enjoy it. Just working on some things, you know, we're not putting in a whole, there's no lace, there's no buttons, there's no bulk. It's just kind of like a vintage writing glue book, and I really think that you guys will enjoy it. So please click below and purchase it so that I can get these printed and get these put together and get them off to you. And stay tuned for the next video because we're making a Christmas card junk journal together.